Everything that has happened since the end of 2012, when Earth left the last wisps of third density energy, has been the groundwork, you could say, for revelations to come forth this year. If you could see your world from our vantage point, which offers views of what you think of as past, present and future, you would be astounded at the difference since Earth reached fourth density 8 years ago. What we see back then is light maintained in a few scattered areas. Others have small pockets of blinking light, and large areas have only sporadic flickers. Since that time, light has been steadily growing throughout the planet as sparks keep shooting up like fireworks, and as we view Earth's near future, she is positively aglow. Now, let us tell you about the moment at hand. As tumultuous activity in the energy field of potential is reflecting what is happening on the planet. Some publicly known developments and judicious actions behind the curtain of the world stage are heralding the end of an ages-old dark reign. The darkness that was killing Earth less than a century ago is being completely replaced by light, the same powerful energy as love. And during your year 2021, you will see changes that have long been needed so the civilization can advance and flourish. Where the Illuminati are certain to motivate those who are uninformed or misinformed to denounce developments as political partisanship, they are not. Action in the weeks and months ahead will end control by that secret society, which ensconced itself in the government soon after it was established by the nascent nation's founders. The highest universal council intended the newly united colonies to become a beacon of light for the rest of the world, a shining example of how people from different countries, religions, and cultures can live harmoniously, respectfully, and productively, and build a great nation. That was the opposite of what the Illuminati intended, and their minions set about to cause dissension, animosity, bigotry, and social discriminations as immigrants kept arriving. As years and decades passed, firmly entrenched in Washington, D.C., the Illuminati not only controlled life in that country, they instigated or heavily influenced what happened elsewhere, from civil, international, and world wars to funding despots, running the drug trade, and ruining economies. That is being ended once and for all, and the provisions of G.N.I.S.A. will be acted upon to end deception, corruption, impoverishment, and all other unjustness worldwide. That task, which is no less than world transformation, won't be accomplished in the blink of an eye. The Illuminati are a tenacious lot, and will not bow out graciously or easily relinquish their ill-gotten fortunes to raise living standards for billions and to restore the environment. However, ever-intensifying light is undergirding a powerful international force of military troops, individuals in governments and the private sector, and extraterrestrial special forces who are united in purpose. Total destruction of the Illuminati empire. For long ages, dark hearts and minds controlled the masses by keeping them ignorant of truths and dividing them into groups they conditioned to believe that other groups, whether of religious, cultural, social, political, racial, or economic difference, are less than. Higher on the scale of deceit, they radically changed historical records and devised religious rules to enrich themselves and to control the people by separating everyone from God, except in Christianity, his only son, Jesus. And they also fabricated the falsehoods in the biblical version of his life. The dawn of illumination on Earth's near horizon has arisen from the ashes of darkly contrived ignorance and diversiveness. When clarity comes out of confusion and resolution out of resistance, the people can advance in spiritual and conscious awareness. Not everyone will choose to do that, and that is all right. Each soul chooses its own growth pace. But the majority of the civilization will begin an exciting journey of remembrance as consciousness taps into soul-level knowledge. They will remember that every person is a divine sovereign being, an immortal soul created by and of Creator's unconditional love. They will remember their eternal connectedness with all other life forms on the planet and all other souls in this universe. That animals are souls too, and they are helping humankind learn to live in harmony with all of nature. The peoples will discover their ability to communicate telepathically and other abilities that will enable them to co-create Earth's golden age in fullness. Beloved lightworkers, if your soul contract doesn't include living in that age, you will have a ringside seat wherever you are and can observe the panorama of that glorious era unfolding. You will know what your dedication and perseverance helped the peoples manifest and feel gratified that you were among the volunteers who were chosen to participate. I heard collective souls have evolved beyond using free will. Will ending free will be part of the golden age on Earth, so no one can cause others to suffer? First, let us say civilizations of collective souls are at a station of evolvement whereby their unanimous free will choice is to live in love, joy, and harmony, and to help other civilizations who want to live that way too. In their love for Gaia and her resident souls, 80-some years ago they saved the life of the planet by infusing it with light, and they then continued beaming light to assist you in your mission to help the populace awaken. Speaking only for myself for a moment, I have visited a number of those civilizations, some of which are physical beings, and others have chosen to embody. The intensity of love that permeates all of those souls and their worlds is beyond your words to describe. Now then, a vibrant part of life in Earth's golden age will be free will, which is both a gift from and a cosmic law decreed by Creator. The birthright of every soul is the use of its energy to co-create whatever the soul desires. You cannot circumvent that gift and law, and you would not want to. Free will is the driving force that leads to joyful, loving relationships, expanded knowledge via self-discovery and academic research, new ventures, adventures, and exploration, fresh ideas, experiments, innovations, and progress. Free will to do whatever you choose is what makes each lifetime exciting, fulfilling, and meaningful. And in the golden age, no one will want anyone to suffer, much less cause it. According to God, Creator's expectation was that souls would want to use its energy to manifest joyous experiences for themselves and others. However, Archangel Lucifer and some of his angelic followers used their free will to combine unrelated genetic materials to produce monstrous beings. That was the entry of darkness in the cosmos. Later, some strong souls, Lucifer's fallen angels you could say, that didn't return to the light with those that did, used their free will to manipulate the DNA of weaker souls to cause illness, aging, and loss of brain power, and they inculcated the penchant for cruelty to each other and the animals. Long before the planet was called Earth, one civilization after another, with greatly downgraded DNA, incarnated there and puppets of the dark forces embodied specifically to keep those civilizations captive. The negativity that resulted caused Gaia's planetary body to descend from high fifth density to deep third and become mired there, helping to liberate the planet and its residents from dark captivity is the mission Lightworkers volunteered to undertake. Dear sisters and brothers, we know you have encountered obstacles, endured hardships, and had periods of discouragement to help Earth's people reach this moment in an era unprecedented in this universe. We know how many of you are weary and discouraged. Life in a third density world can be very difficult under normal circumstances, and for almost a year, normal has been turned upside down in a manner of speaking. Current restrictions affecting lives and livelihoods will not become the new normal, as some authorities say, and with industriousness, ingenuity, and goodwill, personal and national economies will indeed rebound. Ever-rising vibrations will be your strong allies in the turnaround. Beloved family, you are living in the most dynamic time an Earth civilization has ever experienced, and your steadfastness in the light has been invaluable in bringing this about. All lighted beings in this universe honor you and support you with unconditional love. Love and peace. Suzanne Ward.